Google Cloud Storage. Basically, it looks like a simple storage service, right? But do you know that it is designed to store the massive amount of unlimited all varieties of data, right? It could be structured, unstructured, semi-structured. The data could be in the form of images, videos, and so on. And most importantly, you can replicate same data throughout the globe. It means that it is highly available throughout all the region if you go for the multi-region. And the Google Cloud Storage is the basic and prime responsible to create the massive amount of data lakes, right? So data lakes means, right, like it's just a kind of common storage area before we proceed the data for our pipelines or for the data transformation. It means that the data comes from all the sources, which is not structured, it's clumsy, and it's massive amount, right? So you need to store that data in a common point, right? And from there you just go on processing or perform the transformation on that data. And this aspect at a high level is known as data lake, and Google Cloud Storage is used to create the massive amount of data lakes. So let me give you one real world analogy so that you can understand the concepts very well, right? So assume that you have a manufacturing factory, right? So you cannot just bring all the raw materials and directly feed the raw materials straight into the input machine, right? So before that, what you will do, you will store those raw materials into a common area, right? And that common area is used as a data lake. It means that if you see the correlation in factories, the common storage dumping area is known as a storage warehouse, right? But if you correlate the same thing with the Google Cloud, that common area is known as the data lakes. It means that cloud storage is used as a common storage location before processing the data or before applying the transformation. And I repeat that, let me be very clear, this is just one of the property of the cloud storage. Okay, it is not only used to store the data at the initial level, but there are so many things, but that is not required right now. Let's go with the baby step. So basically in this video, I have designed this video by keeping the Google Cloud Professional Data Engineer Certification Examination point of view. So whatever the concepts I have discussed in this video, those will definitely help you to crack the questions asked in your certification exam, right? And also at the end of this video, I will give you I have just clarified one thing that most of you get confused, or most of you misinterpret that, right? It means that whenever you upload a file to cloud storage, what happened behind the scene, right? So this is absolutely important to become mastery in Google Cloud Data Engineering, and also for your certification. I mean, if you want to attempt the certification exam, right? So without wasting any time, let's move on to this video. Thank you.
We are going to start with one of the most important, most basic rather, and very kind of important for the examination perspective also, and to design the pipelines also. So this is very important service, that is Google Cloud Storage. Before directly jumping into slides, what we'll do is we will do something important. Okay, so why we'll just go to the blackboard first. Okay, so in this blackboard, what we'll understand is we will understand what do we mean by storage, right? And we will see how the Google Cloud Storage works internally, and some important aspects or concept from an interview as well as examination point of view. So it means once the concepts are clear, then we'll move to the slides, because means if we directly start with the slides, we may just memorize, and you won't understand it 100%. So first, concept clarity, then we'll discuss the points and keywords, right? So to go through this, there are some prerequisites which are not 100% mandatory, but absolutely good to have. So what I request is go through what is data lake, okay, and then uh, go through like what is region, okay, what is zone, what is multi-region. Okay, so for this I have created the dedicated videos to understand this thoroughly and deeply and very simple fashion, and I will be putting the links in the description. So if you go through there and if you come back here, then this becomes very interesting and easy, but I believe most of you have gone through that as well. If you have confidence, then we can go ahead, that's not an issue, but just a request, and I can call it as a basic prerequisite, right? No issues, like we can just start it out. Perfect. So let's see what is Google Cloud Storage. The name itself suggests it is storage. It is used to store the data. Okay. And what kind of data? Usually it is used to store unstructured kind of data, usually, but not mandatorily. Okay. You can call Google Cloud Storage as a data lake itself. So let me cover what is data lake in a one line. Data lake is just a common area in your Google Cloud platform where you will store all your files, any files. It could be audio file, video file, image, or XML, JSON, any kind of thing, right? You can store, and that lake consists of the, see, our regular lake consists of water, but data lake consists of data, as simple as that, right? So you can save almost anything into the data lake, right? And data lake through Google Cloud Storage, we can create a see, data lake and cloud storage are the same, just a naming convention is given as data lake, right? Perfect. And data lake is not formal and official, but Google Cloud Storage is formal and official. So when we go into all the services, you yourself will come to know what is data lake, right? Perfect. Now let's understand the core concepts. What are the two major components of cloud storage? They are buckets and objects. Very important, guys. What is a bucket? Okay, if I draw this diagram, it's bucket is nothing but a kind of container. Okay, in this container, what we will save? We will save the objects. So here it is, it's over. Now I think you understand. This is a bucket, this is an object. Bucket is a container, object is your data, what you are going to save inside. This is object. This is, say, cat image, this is dog image, this is some order file, CSV file, this is JSON file. It means this is a bucket or a container. Inside the container, what we have four objects. Here each file is equal to one object. It means if you have four files, then your bucket contains four objects. Very simple as that, guys. Right. Now next comes the important rule. I can create a bucket in Google Cloud through Google Cloud Storage. It gives me option to create a bucket. The name of the bucket should be unique globally. It should be unique globally. It means someone has given a name already, who has given a name to the bucket globally. You cannot keep that name. It is not confined to your project, your organization, and so on. This is at the global level, guys. Got it? Perfect. Now we have understood that what is a bucket, what is an object, what is the data, what is object and relation with the file, what is the name, the unique name of the bucket. Now also we'll just try to understand that Google Cloud Storage is globally available. It means whatever the data we have put inside the bucket, we can make that data as globally accessible. We will see that in detail in couple of sessions, right? The data is highly durable. Okay, durability is too much, very much cost efficient. Okay, very cost efficient, right? And the data which is present in Google Cloud Storage, it has got almost no expiry, means it is always persistence. These points you just need to remember. Superb, nice. Now let's see what happens. Let's see how it works internally. Okay, so just pay a bit extra attention here, guys. I am just keeping it very simple and very slow so that you can understand this better, because examination and interview, these aspects are absolutely important. This is my region called India. There is no such region in documentation in Google Cloud. For your understanding purpose, I am giving the name as India. All right, and in India we have three zones called as Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. We have three zones, something like this. Okay, so now we'll have one use case. I will create a bucket and select my region as India, because when you create a bucket in Google Cloud, you have to select one region, and that region I have selected as India here. Only one region. So we have three zones. This is zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Like we know that each region has three zones, right? I will create a bucket in India as a zone. Point number 1. Next step is I will add a cat image here. That is my cat dot jpg or whatever it is. So as soon as I add a image of a cat, image file of a cat, what I'm doing, one object I have added to my bucket, because file is nothing but an object itself for the Google Cloud. So this file or whatever it is, this is considered as object for Google Cloud. This data is by default, I repeat the word by default, automatically saved in all the three zones of that region. I repeat, whatever the data you upload 10 files, 20 files, 10,000 files, or one file, that copy of the data is replicated and saved in all the three zones. It means what happens is, if Bangalore zone is down, the data cannot be lost. It can be fetched from any of these two zones. I hope this is clear. Perfect. This is point number 1. Point number 2 is, suppose I am sitting in Mysore. Okay, so which is nearer to me? Bangalore. So if I want to see the image of the cat, my request will go to Bangalore directly. This zone will serve my purpose. Okay. So if I am sitting in Mysore, the same cat, if Delhi zone is serving my purpose, this is not at all acceptable. Unnecessary, there will be much bit time to fetch the data from Delhi, rather fetching the data from Bangalore. If Bangalore is down, then it chooses the second nearest zone from where I am requesting the data. I hope these 2 points are clear. Perfect now. Cool. Now, again, one more important aspect that we have to see. Like we have Delhi, we have Mumbai, and we have Bangalore. And this is my data. This is my bucket. There is one file, just one file. For example, these are zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and this is India as the region. Okay, now listen it carefully. You think that my data is stored in this bucket. You are absolutely wrong. Your data will not be saved physically inside the bucket. It is copied and saved to its dedicated storage center provided by Google, and you don't have any track on it like where exactly my file is saved. It is completely taken care by Google itself. So now we should not be in the impression that inside the bucket I will create, I mean all my files are saved. It looks like your files are inside the bucket, but the files are literally saved in the Google's dedicated storage centers or storage area. We don't have any control on that. Okay, so I have something like this. I have a bucket and I will put three marbles in the bucket. Okay, you think that okay, all three marbles are present in bucket only. No, they are saved in its respective zones. This is how internally Google Cloud works when it comes to the objects and bucket relationship, right? So let's quickly go to the slide and we'll cover all the stuff whatever we have discussed, right? First, for unstructured, we have covered this point. Object storage solution, yes, this is also we covered. You can store absolutely anything, we have covered this. It's a global service, we are going to cover this in next session because there required some multi-regional aspects as well, so we'll be covering it in next session. Inexpensive, yes, each file has one object, 100 files, 100 object, yes, logically we have covered this. Two main entities, buckets and object, yes, we have covered. Single global unique name, yes, we have covered. Multiple copies of your data and service from the nearest zone, yes, we have covered through Bangalore and Mysore example. And in the next session, we'll be covering what is we can create a bucket as regional level and multi-regional level. We'll see the difference. Okay, we'll see the difference between multi-region, single region, and then we will be doing hands-on and I will teach you how to create a bucket from Google Cloud directly. We can do it using command line prompt and we can do it using the Python client library. So if we are perfect in these three, then it's almost you are like you will get a good confidence on the cloud storage aspect. This is absolutely simple, but what we need to know is just the underlying concept, guys. Perfect. I hope this is clear, and that's all in this video. See you in the next session very soon. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.